So, in the previous class, we have seen related to the points which are related to uh, the main function, how to define a main function, and what are the different points which we have to remember for main function. Everything has been discussed in the previous class. And as far as functions is concerned, so there are many different kinds of points which we have to consider on functions. So we would like to continue those functions in the next class, probably day after tomorrow's class. Since as far as your syllabus is concerned, so your syllabus is being organized in such a fashion that the functions basic definitions have been taken something like this. Yeah, you can see this particular syllabus. So if you consider this particular syllabus, unit number 3, so lists have been taken, tuples have been not been taken here. Even I have given the tuples also, and defining simple functions. I have given only simple function definitions, including main. In addition to main, so I have given some information. Now today we would like to discuss the dictionaries. Okay, we would like to discuss the dictionaries, and of course, next topic is a very broader area of designing a particular program using functions. Okay, it is a very much broader area, so we would like to consider this particular concept in the next hour probably. Okay, so today we would like to discuss the dictionaries. Since your syllabus has been organized in such a form, so I have taken the class in such a way. Okay, however, whatever it may be, so let us consider today's class without any delay. So let's get started. So dictionaries. What is a dictionary, and what is the purpose of dictionary in Python? Let us have a discussion here. So normally, if you consider any list, if you consider list or if you consider tuple, okay, either of these two. So what exactly these two will be done here in the sense, either list or tuple can be always organized the values of that particular list or tuple in so position. Okay, so list of, for example, so A will be defined as a list here. For example, some 5, some 10, some 15, something like this. It has been defined in such a way. Then how could you identify these values here in the sense? So A of 0, this is first position, and A of 1, this is second position, and A of 3 or 2, it is third position, and so on and so forth. In this way, whether it might be list or it is a tuple, so it could be organized in such a way: A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, and so on and so forth. So it could be gets operated in terms of positions. Okay, positions are very important as far as list or tuple will be taken into consideration. And here, so this particular kind of organization is very much useful for us when you wanted to locate one specific location. Okay, for example, n values have been taken into consideration. For example, B is another list which could be able to define, which has been defined. So n number of elements, for example. So let me say first element, second element, third element, and so on and so forth. So n elements will be there with you, and these elements will be gets organized with b of 0, b of 1, b of 2, and so on, b of n minus 1. If you want to locate the first location, I mean foremost location of b of 0 will be the foremost location. And if you want to locate last location, last position of b will be b of n minus 1. In this way, if you want to identify one specific position, yes, you can specify that position minus 1. Okay, that particular position minus 1. It is very easy to traverse a particular element in either list or tuple. So that is the importance of list or tuple in terms of Python. Of course, not exactly Python. In any language where exactly lists and tuples will be taken into consideration. Now, what is the specification for a dictionary? Where exactly the dictionary can be used? In some kind of situations where exactly the position doesn't matter. Position of that particular item doesn't matter. So it could be irrelevant. Instead of position, we are looking for an association. Association in the sense, so there must have one particular value. So another value is associated with that particular value. If such kind of situation could be there with you, then such kind of definitions will be took place in terms of the dictionaries. In terms of the dictionaries. For example, you will be taken into consideration of a telephone book. If you take a telephone book, you wanted to look forward for so Hari, so Hari's telephone, so Hari's telephone number or cell phone number, you are not supposed to look into, so either it is available in 6th position, 10th position or 100th position. It is not supposed to be checked in such a way. It is directly go to so-called H. In H, so there is an index, that index will be H. Under H, you may be identify Hari, therefore you could get so complete information regarding to Hari here. And we are not looking for, we are not supposed to take care about so that particular position over there. Okay. And similarly, if you are supposed to check for or looking for one particular word in actual dictionary, Oxford dictionary or Webster dictionary, something like this, let me consider if you want to identify the meaning of some particular word, let me say WAS, was, wanted to identify the meaning of was, you are not supposed to turn off the first page. You are not supposed to look for that particular was in first page. You may be directly go to W and thereby you can look for WAS, was. So that is why the association could be there in different places here. It could not be as like as its position where exactly it could be existed. Okay. Then in such kind of situations, yes, we may be require the dictionaries. Dictionaries always will be taking place. Dictionaries always will be taking place where so position is not required. Of course, it may be, but position is not relevant. Okay, so it is irrelevant. Then where exactly there? So then we have to identify so one new data type or data structure in Python. That the data structure is called as dictionary. Okay, a dictionary will be organized the information by association, not by position. That's what you need to remember. Not by position, by association. It's been identified. So look at this. It is very important point to be remembered here. It is not supposed to be identified with the position. It must be always identified with the association. Association in the sense, one particular value is associated with another value. So let us know what is that association. We maybe write some number of one or two programs to understand dictionaries after the discussion. So in Python, a dictionary could be associates with a set of keys with data values. Each key might be associated with a data value. Okay, each key might be. So as I just specified in the previous example here, as far as this Hari is concerned, let us consider my key value is Hari, Hari, the name of that particular customer, colon, association will be always taken with colon. So what is his phone number? 9848 something like this. 98984872. So 6748. This is the phone number of this particular fellow. So Hari, the name is associated with this particular value. Otherwise, this value is associated with the name Hari. In this way, the association will be took place in terms of Python with the name of dictionary. Okay. If you consider, if you open any kind of dictionary, whatever the dictionary, it could be, or you could open the physical dictionary, Oxford dictionary, Webster dictionary, wanted to look for one particular word, then you maybe go to that particular word. So that particular word, colon, It might be have some kind of meaning, and it might be also have some kind of nature, whether it is a noun or adjective or a preposition or a proposition. Then followed by some possible number of sentences will be given. Okay, if you look into any dictionary, any physical dictionary, these are the things which could be associated. The value which is being specified, well, the value which is being looking for will be called as the key, and the value which is associated with this particular key, let me consider here it is phone number, cell number, excuse me, cell number. This is the value, the data value. So like this, it could be identified. Now, the definition for a Python, dictionary in Python is a Python dictionary is written. A Python dictionary is written as a sequence of keys and value pairs. Keys and value pairs, and these key value pairs will be, if one key value pair will be there with you, if you want to write one more, then they will be right in so by separating commas. Okay, and followed by these pairs are sometimes called as entries of the dictionary. These pairs are sometimes called as entries. And how this could be seen in the sense, this entire sequence will be sequence of entries will be enclosed with flower brackets, something like this, flower brackets, and each key value will be separated by a colon, something like this. I have already shown you here. Hari is key, and the value is 98487 to something, this phone number. This in between these two we have a colon. So colon will be always used to separate so a key and a value, and several number of key value pairs will be separated by commas. And everything, this sequence of entire sequence of entries will be placed in between flower brackets. And this is called as the dictionary. And a very important point to be identified, keys are very much unique values. If you specify one particular key, you are not supposed to replicate the same key. You are not supposed to replicate or duplicate the same key for one more time. If you are supposed to specify, then the dictionary will be gives you some error. Okay, so key is used to uniquely identify the values. Uniquely identify every key which will be available within the dictionary must be a unique value. Of course, value might be replicated, that doesn't matter. Okay, but key must be always unique. That's what you need to remember here. Okay, this is the point. These are the points where exactly you need to remember here. So here you would like to consider, yeah, you would like to consider. So these are the different scenarios where exactly dictionaries will be required. So basic point you need to remember for dictionaries is association of key and value pairs. Association of key and value pairs. Python dictionary will be always seems like this. An association between a key and a value will be called as a dictionary in Python. You need to remember this particular point very, very, very clearly. Okay. And so let us take the dictionary syntax. Syntax will be any dictionary variable, whatever the variable you are expected to take into consideration, is equal to flower bracket open, key 1 value 1 comma, key 2 value 2 comma, and so on. You could specify anything, and this key 1 value 1 will be separated by a colon, so a particular colon. So this key is associated with this value. Otherwise, this value is associated with this particular key. Okay, this value is associated with this particular key. Let us examine. So what exactly the points will be in Python ideally. Let us see here. So let me define one particular dictionary here. So some phone book equal to, I'd like to start as a dictionary. So let me say Hari colon. So let me say 96 3255, something like this, whatever it may be. Whether it is, I'm not sure that whether it is a perfect number or not. Comma. Second one is Rani colon. So okay, this is the number. Of course, here also one more number is required here. However, whatever it may be, comma. So some let me say some another name followed by it is associated with some 96398, something like this. Whatever it may be, whatever it may be. So let me close this one here. Okay. So look at this. Phone book is a particular dictionary. Then how could you identify whether it is dictionary or not? So let me consider type of PHONE book, phone book. Look at this. It is a dictionary. It is a dictionary because it has been specified in open and closed curly braces. Okay. And if you want to display what are the contents of this particular dictionary, here is you just specify phone book. If you specify something like this, yes, this is the first key and this is the value which is associated with the first key. Rani second key value. Vogel is third key value. I wanted to display only the keys. I don't require any number of values. I want to specify only the keys. Then how could you specify here is list. I'd like to give you what are the methods which are associated with so this particular dictionary. So before that, let us see list. So whatever the dictionary name you have, phone book dot keys, keys of. Okay, look at this. These are the keys. These are the list of keys you have with you. Okay, these are the, I mean, Hari is one key, Rani is another key, and so Vogel is another key. Let us consider list. I'd like to have only the values. Okay, PHONE BOOK of so sorry dot values. Only values are values is a particular method for dictionary. If you specify like this is the first value which is associated with Hari. This is second value which is associated with Ronnie, and this is third value which is associated with Vogel. Okay, so I wanted to display only the keys of that particular dictionary as list of dictionary name dot keys. A method keys will be useful to you, and list of phone book. Let me say dictionary dot values. So it could be always returns only the list of values which are being available within that particular phone book here. And then followed by LEN, length. How many number of entries are there? Length will be always displayed. As far as dictionary is concerned, length will be always displayed. How many number of so entries are available? How many number of entries are available in this particular dictionary? Let me say my dictionary name is PHONE BOOK. If you specify like that, total number of entries will be key value pair will be so 3. Let us consider Hari, so-called number 1, Rani so-called other number 2, Vogel so-called number 3. So totally 3 entries are available here. Okay. So likewise, you could operate your dictionaries something like this. Let us go ahead and look into the matters of the different methods which are available for dictionaries will be. So if you want to display, already length has been seen, and already list of keys has been seen, list of values has been seen. Okay. So if you want to fetch one particular key value, yes, this is the specification. This is the specification here. So a dictionary, any kind of a dictionary of a key will be specified. It may be used to, this particular thing will be used to specify for 2 different types of points. One is used to get the value, and second one is if you want to change or replace the existing value, yes, you can specify. Let me show you how this could be. Let me show you. So if it is print PHONE BOOK, phone book of let me say Rani. So I would like to display the phone book value of Ran. So look at this. This is the value of Ran. Ran's phone number is this one here. Okay. So it could be useful to obtain the value. It could be useful to obtain the value. Otherwise, in other words, overall phone number is somewhat very bigger. So let me change this particular value. So look at this. So phone book of, so OBUL, oval, so is equal to, I'd like to replace the value. Previously it has been printed, now it could be replace the value. So 965, so 2324, so 789. So that is 10-digit number. Yes, it could be. It could be. Now, if you take so phone book, if you display that one, yes, it's been changed. It's been changed here. Previously, it does taken this particular value. Right now, it could be changed something like this. So this kind of orientation will be gives you. So it may be insert a new queue. Otherwise, it may be replace existing value. Otherwise, it may be obtain the or get the values of key which is available with you. Then dictionary.GetKey. Dictionary.GetKey. Okay, let us see what exactly this particular thing here. So dictionary name is PHONEBOO. Phone book. Phone book of what exactly? Yes, phone book of my key value is OBUL. Sorry. .GET. So oval is my key value. What exactly this could be? So there is no difference in terms of so like this or like this. Both will be same. Both will be same. If things will not be available, for example, things will not be available. Let me say some Kumar. Kumar is not exactly there with the dictionary. Then it will be provide some default value. The default value is none. None will be gets provided. Okay, default value could be none. None will be called as a default value. So therefore, you could not get any kind of so answer here. If the value, I mean, the key will be available within the dictionary, that could be automatically displayed. Otherwise, it gives you default value. Default value is NONE, none. None also not displayed anything. So list of keys already we have seen. List of keys already we have seen, and sorry, yeah, list of keys already seen, and so pop. Let me consider this particular pop here. So what exactly this particular pop will be? What exactly this could be? Pop is always used to remove one particular value from the specific dictionary here. If value is existed, there is no problem. If the value does not existed, obviously it could be displaced. It could be raises some error. One error will be gets raised if value cannot be available here. I mean, key cannot be available here. Let us see. So phone BOOK of my key value is Kumar. Sorry, dot POP, pop. We are discussing about pop here. My key value is Kumar. One error, I mean, it could be raises one error. That error is key not found. Key not found, otherwise a key error. So-called key does not existed within this particular phone book. Phone book is the dictionary. Within this particular dictionary, you could not find so a particular key that is KUMAR. Okay, and if you want to remove Obel's information, OBUL, Obel's information, what exactly it could be displayed here in the sense. So before removing this Obel, so it could be display its value, and then it could be removed. Yes, Obel is associated with this particular value. Yes, it could be displayed this particular value. And if you take for the dictionary for displaying purpose, so you could not identify, you could not find so-called Obel's entry here. Obel's entry will be popped up or removes. Okay. So these are the points which we have to remember for pop. Pop will be gives you one key error if a key will not be identified or found within the dictionary. And if it is a key will be identified or found within the dictionary, so before deleting, it could be display its value and then a deletion, removing could be gets happened. Okay, that is the point we need to remember. And then followed by so a list of D items. It could be displays the items in the form of a tuple. What does it means? So just before we have seen some values here. That is, let me say some Hari, Hari, comma. So his phone number 9848 something like this, something like this. It could be displayed something like this. Okay, something like this. So this is the first value, comma, second value, for example, Rani, so comma, some 965, something like this. This is second value. In the form of tuples, it could be displayed. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Then you could understand what I'm speaking here. So list of what is the specification? The phone book, our dictionary name, phone book of items. Sorry, not of, it is dot items. It is a method. It is a method. Look at this. So it is frame. It could be frames in terms of a tuple. This is one tuple, and this is another tuple. If you have more, yes, so that could be displayed in the form of tuples. Okay. In this way, so it could be provided, and has a key. HAS a key. Whether a key will be existed and it could be written true. Otherwise, it could be written false here. So let me check it out. Let me check it out. So my dictionary name. So look at this. Dictionary dot has key of key. So PHONE BOOK phone book of phone book dot KEY HAS underscore KEY. My key is, so let me say Kumar. Kumar. Whether Kumar is existed or not. HASKEY. Okay, it is not been displayed. Okay, probably I have copied from this one right away from 2.7. Right away from 2.7. So we are using 3.0. So that is why this attribute is not available. So please remove this particular attribute from our discussion. Okay, it is from 2.7. Okay, however, okay, and clear in the sense all keys will be gets cleared by clear. Okay, let us see. So if you take the phone book, PHONE BOOK, these are the key value pairs which are available with the dictionary. Now, so PHONE BOOK dot clear. If you apply this one, obviously entire the phone book will be cleared and the phone book will be made into empty dictionary. Okay, if you take a phone book again, so nothing is there. See, it is an empty dictionary. Dictionary is empty. Okay, so these are the different kinds of operations which are available on dictionaries. Using dictionaries, I'd like to give you so one or two programs right away. So previously we did one particular program. The program is so encryption and decryption. So let me done that encryption and decryption by using dictionaries. How it could be? Okay, encryption and decryption using dictionaries. Okay, let me. Encryption and decryption using DACTONERS. Yes, dictionaries. Okay. So for this, we'd like to define two dictionaries. Let me copy those two dictionaries. Already I have prepared because it could be take huge amount of time to prepare all these issues here. So that is already previously I have prepared. So that is why I have to copy this encryption and decryption, something like this. I did not copy this one here again. Let me copy everything. Okay, look at this. Encryption will be taken instead of A, it could be produced E, instead of B, it could be produced F, and so on and so forth. Okay, in this way, so the values will be, dictionary values will be prepared something like this. Okay, something like this. For 26 letters of English, it has been provided something like this. So in this way, the values are going to be so taken into consideration. And for decryption, where exactly E will be gets identified, E will be gets identified. Thereby, you have to replace with A, and the F will be identified. You have to replace with the so B here. So normally we have discussed. So instead of A, E will be taken while it is being decrypted. So when exactly you could identify this E in the place, you have to display or you have to replace with A here, something like this. So this is Encrypt is one dictionary and decrypt is another dictionary. Okay, let us take these two dictionaries here. Then I'd like to consider so our actual program. What is the specific program here? I'd like to take the message. So message equal to input of entered message. Whatever the message you are expected, yes, you can take. Let me convert this whole message into upper. Okay, whole message into upper, because already I have taken everything in uppercase letters, so that is why I would like to convert this one into upper. Okay, yes, message has been taken. Then encrypt encrypt message. Encrypt message by default it does not have anything, so it is so empty message. Okay. Okay, however, encrypt message. Okay, capital A. Then what exactly we're trying to do? Message might have some kind of data, some kind of data is there with message. We'd like to track each and every character in the message. How could you track here in the sense? For a letter in message, each and every letter in message, I'd like to pick up each and every letter in the message. If letter is existed in the encryption, with that particular letter will be existed in ENCRYPT. So ENCRYPT is a dictionary. If whatever the letter which could be existed, which could be picked up from the message will be available within this particular dictionary, I have been encryption will be gets operating on A to Z characters only, A, B, C, D, and so on up to X, Y, Z. Only on these characters we have been operating the encryption. If any character, if any letter will be picked up from the message, if that letter will be available within this particular dictionary, what exactly we are trying to do? We are trying to make up. We're trying to make up this encryption message. How this could be make up here in the sense encryption message will be equal to so encrypted plus equal to, because appending is always required. So encrypt encrypt of letter. So here letter is encrypt of letter. Whatever the message, let me write here. For example, I'd like to specify my message which was given here is NEWTON, Newton has been given. Obviously, you have operated upper here because of upper, and Newton will be converted into uppercase NEWTON. So instead of N, what exactly we're trying to do? You have N here. Instead of N, you have placed with R. In encrypted message, you have to place it with R. Instead of E, what you are placing? So where it is E? Yes, instead of E, you have been placing I. Something like that. Okay, so something like that you have been placed, and therefore, so this operation will be done. And if, for example, if so-called letter is not identified, for example, my message will be seen in such a way. My message will be, for example, so Newton 123. 123 does not exist within this particular encryption. Okay, 123. Otherwise, some space. other followed by some at the rate something like this. If you consider this space at the rate 1, 2, 3 digits cannot be available within encryption. So therefore, if such kind of data will be there with you, then what exactly you are trying to do? Same data will be copied into so encryption also. Encryption does also have the same kind of data. Okay. So encryption plus equal to the letter, whatever the letter you have identified, which is not existed in encryption. Okay. So in this way, you can perform the encryption operation. Let me fill up this one. Print. So encrypt message. After encryption, so comma encrypt message. Let us see this one. Before going to go further, let us see, before going to decryption, let us see this one, whether it is working properly or not. Okay, let me save somewhere else. Where exactly we have been saving in Python programs. So, crypto using DACT, dictionary.py. Yeah. So this one, and then yeah, I would like to enter my message here. My message will be, as I said just before, Newton. Okay, Newton is RIAXR, XSR. Okay, whatever the message you have been taken into consideration, so that message will be so specified here, something like this. And let me execute one more time. Let me execute this one for one more time. So my message is NEWTYN space 123 at the rate so 45, for example, followed by let me say MACHERLA, Macharla. Okay, if space will be there with you, it is as it is copied. 1, 2, 3 digits are there as it is copied. At the rate is not available with the dictionary as it is copied. 4, 5 also as it is copied. Yes, M will be there with you. M will be replaced or encoded with Q, E, and so on and so forth. Okay, in this way, so after encryption, the message will be. Now let us see how decryption could be happen. So if decryption could be took place here, similarly, decrypt message will be. Decrypt message will be by default, it could be so. And now I'd like to perform the same operation here. Nothing matters here. But previously I have taken the actual message. But here I like to consider instead of this particular message, I'd like to take encrypt message. Right away from encrypt message, I'd like to take this particular thing. And instead of this one, I'd like to copy decryption. I'd like to set each and every letter in decryption. And so things will be, okay, here a decrypt message. Here it is, the decrypt message. Decrypt message and decrypt message. After decryption. Same encryption and decryption. Both will be gets identified within the single program only. So in this way. Okay, let me run this particular program for you. Let me take it out Newton again. So encryption message will be RIAXSR and decryption will be so Newton, which is in capital letters actually. So if you want to make into so lowercase letters, yes, you can make that particular letter into lower, something like this. Lower could be gets operated somewhere else here, where it is. Yes, at this place you may be operate LOWER, lower off. Because you have taken lowercase letters only, so that is why you may be operate with lower only. So simply Newton. So output is RIAXSR, and after decryption it could be so NEWTYN. Okay, previously we faced some kind of problem while encryption decryption gets operated, but right now using dictionaries nothing could be gets operated. Using dictionaries nothing could be gets operated here. Everything is okay at this particular point. Okay. In this way, you can can take the help of dictionaries. In this way, you can take the help of dictionaries. You can identify encryption and decryption. You could specify encryption and decryption. So in completion, I'd like to send this particular program to you people also. So immediately, I'd like to send this particular program to you people through Google Classroom, and try to execute at your machines, whether it is properly working or not. So that's what for today.